And just like that, we're live.
Already? I thought we got to wait 15 minutes.
Wow, I jumped the gun on that one. I wasn't even ready. But we're live anyways.
We're already live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, fuck, what happened?
This is a very special episode.
Very special. Let me just figure out what I did. Boom. There we go. Hello. We got one viewer already. Hell yeah. We're just trying to figure this out. We're trying to do a fight companion for the goddamn UFC 272.
Yeah, buddy. So, fights here.
Oh, there we go. I forgot all about that. So we're halfway through the prelims, I believe, but we missed this entire one.
If you're watching the fights right now, we're watching with you.
We're coming live.
Good
Yeah.
time.
We don't have a clock timer or anything, but we can kind of talk you through this. It's the end of the second round.
Yep.
And I'm trying to find the card so I can call out these guys' name, but this...
If you're looking for an actual podcast today,
You
that's not what's
found...
happening. We're just chilling.
Yeah. Ooh, it's kind of hard. There we go. This is actually...
Devontae Smith and Ludovic Klein.
I'm still not there.
Ludovic
We're
Klein.
in the early prelims. There we go.
Yeah.
So we're on Devontae Smith and Ludovic Klein here. It looked great from the beginning of the intro thing, but we actually had to set this up, so we didn't get to see any of that.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of the card looks insane. I can't believe they stack cards so hard on days like this and then make other ones so harsh.
Yeah. We can't really see the chat if we have this full screen, so we kind of have to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Whatever.
What do you think?
Oh, I don't mind. I think you can minimize that YouTube page and put it over to the side, maybe.
No, it won't let me do that.
It won't let you
We
show
got
that.
The chat right here. Which is
Either
cool
way.
to see. At least we can see we're not freezing too. Because that was my biggest concern.
This
We'd
white
freeze.
guy's really taking it to him.
Yeah.
He definitely looks angry that he had to get a visa and everything to come over here.
I've never heard of him before.
Never heard of either of these guys before, honestly.
Yeah, true that.
The main event of the early prelims,
Brian Keller
versus Umar Nurmagomedov.
I know that last name.
That's about it. I've never heard of Umar, but Khabib's completely undefeated as far as a coach, and he's coaching him tonight.
Well, Nurmagomedov's never lose.
Mm-hmm. It's basically, excuse me, it's going to be Henry Cejudo versus Khabib for Coach of the Year. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, I guess so. Henry Cejudo was cornering a lot of people last year.
Yeah, and he didn't go undefeated like Khabib has, but
no, but he put himself out there more.
He's doing insane people that he's coaching. He's going to do the Yuri Prohaska, who's fighting for the title.
Yeah,
pretty quick. Yeah, he was training Wei Li Zhang.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, these guys are actually fighting. That's pretty high pace. What's this?
This is real time almost.
Oh.
You second.
Oh wow, nice. Now
on YouTube.
It's not vain.
No, not at all.
Oh, our streams ourselves in front of us on the screen. It's almost like when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, making faces as a little kid. I did that way too much. Mm-hmm. Just vain as hell.
Oh, our stream is cut out.
We're demanding a lot off of Wi-Fi,
No,
but yeah.
It's because I'm watching on two things at once.
Oh. And we got our special guest, Hank.
Hank, every time we do a podcast, he needs to disturb us.
Yeah. But everyone loves Hank, so we can't get him out of here just yet.
No.
Is he going to actually sit here?
Maybe.
All right. Tim Elliott coming up next. He actually fought for the title against Demetrius Johnson not too long ago. Devontae Smith
I knew I knew that name.
is fighting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devontae Smith sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you any fight he's done. But yeah, Tim Elliott does that like drunken boxing style.
Devontae Smith sounds like a football player.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who does the drunken boxing?
Tim Elliott.
Oh, really?
He won I think it was an Ultimate Fighter tournament of like champions from other organizations, and he got a fight against Demetrius Johnson. That must have been years ago, but that's the one reason I remember his name.
You beat him?
No, he didn't beat him.
They just fought.
He went to a decision, and it was pretty damn close. Mm-hmm. These guys seem like they could go another 5 rounds or something. They're not even tired. Oh, but we keep losing it.
We're losing it.
I wonder how live we really are after stuff like this happens.
I don't know. Not very live.
It might be better for us to look for a legal stream. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, I mean, the stream I pay for isn't working, so that sucks. I think I'm allowed to legally stream it at that point.
After this, yeah.
So I've already paid for it. Anyway.
There's a clause.
Yeah.
Hank. Poor Hank couldn't make it to do with us until we started this.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works. Yesterday, he saw me bringing the chair up here. And
right.
I came right back downstairs, and by the time I was coming downstairs, he was on his way up.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even stop to be like, oh, hey, he's coming down now. He went up, and he came up here and waited for us. Little fucker.
Got to get a dog. Keep him in line.
Yeah.
Maybe some more cats.
Yeah, he's a little too comfortable. Oh, look at this.
I wonder how much he'd like a little dog or something.
Probably not much. I don't think so.
Well, this fight's got to be over by now.
Yeah.
And I don't even know who the hell won. I didn't really watch any of that, but oh well. But yeah, it's the early prelims. We're just trying to see if anyone gives a fuck about this stuff. But honestly, I don't know. It would be a good idea maybe to set up like the living room downstairs so that like it's a bit more of an open concept and guests can come and go.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good body kick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it would be cool to do that. Yeah, we didn't have much time to set up today. Just kind of did this spur of the moment.
Yeah, your energy sounds fucking like you got hit by a truck or something.
Yeah, I used it all last night in the podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just
can't win.
Can't win. The stream just keeps cutting out. My phone, I already shut it off on my phone, so it shouldn't be doing this.
Boom. Oh, it's back.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I couldn't tell you who won this. We didn't even watch half of it. But anyways, looking at this, the white guy won for sure.
If anyone's tuning in for this fight companion, we're sorry.
Yeah. We'll get you on the next fight here, which is Tim Elliott versus Tagir Ulanbekov. Ooh, must be another fucking Dagestani or something. Goddamn.
It's an OV at the end.
Begov, yeah.
Begov. Jeez.
I don't know. Fucking, how are they getting visas into America now if you're Russian? Maybe they must have done it like months and months ago. Yeah.
Maybe they already trained in the States or something.
Could. I'm sure the Nurmagomedovs all train in AKA.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Here we go.
Crazy how many Russians are in MMA now. They're dominating. It's nuts.
This black guy's got the biggest pecs I think I've ever seen.
He's pretty ripped.
But he's like 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, how big are these guys?
Couldn't tell you. They're lightweights. Oh, they're 155. Yeah.
Who's gonna win it?
Yeah, white guy wins. Well, there you have it.
That's that.
Insane pace though. Even for 155, they fought like they were flyweights or something.
Yeah, at least the parts we saw.
Yeah. So Devontae Smith goes to 11-4. Ludwig von fucking Klein or whatever, 18-4.
Nice.
Yeah. No, that's sweet. The lightweight division is so big that you're gonna see a lot of people that you just have no fucking clue who they are.
Yeah, that's right. No one watching.
We almost need 2 TVs.
Right? We need
Yeah.
something mounted up there.
Is that
Hey,
too bright?
No, that's okay.
I was trying to go the other way.
I'll send the link out to this to
I don't know. But anyways, if you are watching, go ahead and leave a fucking comment on the side just to tell us if we look stupid or whatever. My biggest worry is that I'm actually retarded and no one's telling me. Like my whole life.
So,
Yeah, well, Canadians are so nice. They're never going to tell you.
yeah.
And I go to the doctor enough to get an honest answer. Yeah. I haven't gotten a family doctor like since I was a little kid. Do you have a family doctor?
I have one.
Yeah. Have you seen him? Like, is he gonna take your call if you call him?
Okay. Oh, you mean I don't have his like personal phone number?
No, I mean like if you need an appointment, kind of like for me, if I need
call
something,
secretary.
if I need something, I have to go to the damn walk-in clinic.
No, I can call and make an appointment.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I.
I went to the dentist and I don't know why they took my blood pressure, but they're like, "Oh, your blood pressure is kind of high. You should talk to your doctor." And I was like, how? What am I gonna do?
I think just after COVID started, I had, oh yeah, it was my back. I wanted to get an X-ray, and so I had to call my doctor. And first it was like a phone call thing, and then I got to go in, and then he like, I don't know, like poked around at my back,
Mhm.
you know, and then yeah, okay, you could do an X-ray, and then got nothing. What I really needed was an MRI because we figured out nothing. I'm like, dude, I'm in pain all the fucking time.
Yeah, and it's so hard to get an MRI in Canada.
Dude,
it's free,
ridiculous.
but like one machine that covers all of northern BC. Really? So you got to like pull a fucking number and wait like months. Yeah.
So he's like, oh well, I can't justify an MRI, and I'm like, well, fuck, man. Like, how am I supposed to find out what's wrong with me? And yeah. And so the process is just so dumb now. If you have
in America, you could pay for it, and then you can go in the next day, kind of thing. But up here, like,
it'd be nice to have that option.
Yeah, right. But no, it's socialist medicine. You fucking pull a number and you wait.
For the most part, it's nice the way we have it, because for like what I've needed the healthcare system for has been good. Like if you break your arm in the States, that's a huge
bill.
Yeah. Like when I broke my hand, man, that would have been like
well, you just can't be without health insurance. Like I know it costs money, but I mean, fuck, you don't drive without car insurance. You just don't live without health insurance, kind of thing.
Would health insurance cover you wanting to get an MRI?
I couldn't tell you.
You probably have to pay for that out of pocket, right?
I couldn't tell you. I'm sure you pay more, like get a higher bracket health insurance, and it would. Yeah. But as far as I know, like, yeah, elective surgeries, no, they don't cover that. But everything else, you'll be covered. And who knows if it's like a car accident, you got to pay a deductible or something, right? But
oh yeah,
basically, Canada considers it a human right, and America considers it a labor service. That like, you know, people aren't entitled to like free oil changes. They're not entitled to free medical service, kind of thing. Yeah. You got to pay for the doctor's labor and work and stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, if you're poor, it's a great thing. You know, if you got the money and you want an MRI, that fucking good luck. Right, you got to go down to Vancouver probably, where they have more machines servicing like more per capita kind of thing. Yeah.
So if we lived in Vancouver, we'd be more likely to get an MRI.
Well, again, I couldn't tell you this, but I assume that they don't have one machine covering, you know, that many millions of people. Yeah. I think like in the last few years, Vancouver's population's gone up like 5-fold. Kind of thing.
And we've stayed the same.
Yeah.
We actually went down a little bit.
Since 2017, I think. Since Donald Trump got into office, I think Vancouver went up. Pretty sure a lot of like LA people were like, "Oh, I could deal with Vancouver."
When I was a kid, it was like 80,000 here, and it's still like 80,000 here. We went,
but
down
it's super
like
transient
for a while.
Like there's people that come and go. People come for work.
Yeah, but yeah, we got like industry here, right? So there'll always be people here, but it's just weird how like how many houses have been built, new apartment buildings, all these things, and we have the same population. Like, who the fuck's living in these things?
And you see downtown, there's houses that are built like skinny, long rectangles because the lots are still like what they were in the 50s. But they're like, well, this is the biggest house we could build on the lot. And so your yard is literally like 5 feet wide.
Absolutely.
And you got a 2-story house that goes like
on Johnson
50
Street.
feet long by 20 feet wide.
Johnson Street's got that, eh?
You see it a lot downtown and stuff. And you wonder how people could like move into a nice new house right next to all the crackheads. Like you look just across the street and there's houses that are damn near half fallen over.
Yeah.
And like, well, how's the price of this house going to go up when your view is like a literal dude shooting up?
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
We're still not that bad. The average house is over 800,000, and here in Prince George, like it's not that. It's about 400 something, right?
Yeah.
An $800,000 house here in Prince George would be fucking like we'd consider it a mansion.
Dude, 800,000, you can get a nice fucking house.
Yeah, but that's an average house as far as all of Canada is concerned.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have lower prices here than most places.
And that's almost double what it was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess 5 years now is 2017.
And I just don't see it going back down. I think we're at the point it goes up. And the only time it comes down is when we finally crash.
How does it go back down? Yeah, you make lumber prices go down.
There needs to be a crash. Everything needs to fucking kind of
sure, but that doesn't help much of the economy either. It really this pipeline stuff, people want to fight it so hard, but that's going to help our economy kind of boom. Once we can sell our oil to China, sell it to America and all this, you sell it once it reaches the ocean, you can sell it to anyone basically over the Pacific.
Yeah.
But that's going to help us a lot. And we have people, there was an axe attack lately on the somewhere west, kind of between Burns Lake and Terrace. The pipeline got attacked by fucking people with axes.
I heard about this. This is like a week ago.
Yeah, it is insane vigilantism. That like it's so old news. I don't think anyone got killed, but they like burnt cars. They set up burning cars on the road so that like fire trucks and police couldn't come fast enough, kind of thing. Yeah,
that's awesome.
They really orchestrated it. But I mean, fuck me, dude. They're so environmentalist. Right? This is Tim Elliott. Okay, yeah, I've seen him before. Yeah, so environmentalist that they're actually like shooting Canada in the foot, because all we really have is to trade with other countries, and clearly America doesn't want our oil. They built that Keystone XL pipeline, and Trump was all for it, but people were so against it, and now they're still buying oil from Russia, who they don't even like. Yeah, dude,
the world is fucked, man.
Sometimes well, not the world, but I mean the politics are fucked. It's like, are you a business or are you a bleeding heart economist that or like a that wants to like save the world kind of thing? The amount of climate change that you're going to stop is so minimal, and the period to which you'll see that is so far sighted that it's really just trying to make a problem out of nothing, a mountain out of a mouse hill, I think people call it. And it's just giving people that have nothing to do with their lives something to bitch about. And I mean, their whole life is going to be about, oh, we need to save the world for our kids. Like, the world's going to be there for your kids, but the economy isn't always going to be there.
Yeah, that's true. The world will be fine. The people will be fucked, as George Carlin said.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's a kind of a weird time to have kids right now. You know, like,
it's a scary time to have kids. Like, what are we gonna feed them when fucking groceries are fucking $5 a lettuce?
$5 a lettuce.
Yeah.
Well, bread's already $5 a loaf. So.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if it's that much, but
if you want nice fucking home baked bread, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you want Wonder Bread, it's probably cheap.
I haven't been to the farmer's market for
Oh,
bread in a
really?
long time. It used to be you had to show up at 8 a.m. sharp because it sold out so fast.
Hmm.
But they had the best bread. If you can get an Italian loaf, like the white bread kind of stuff, oh
Mhm.
man, it came in like a circle loaf kind of thing.
Cobb's is pretty good, man.
Cobb's. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a chain restaurant or
it
chain thing
yeah,
still, yeah.
my buddy owns it though, and they still get up at 3 a.m. to fucking
To
put
bake
all.
the bread.
Oh yeah, and it's good shit, man.
That's sweet.
Everything I've had there's really good.
I wonder how much of the farmer's market you're paying for, like, to say like, oh, I would get my bread at the farmer's market.
Yeah. Some old lady might made my
I'm
bread.
better
It's like,
than
yeah,
you.
she still used all the fucking shitty things in it. Who
Mhm.
knows?
So we got Tim Elliott versus Ulan Bekov, two ranked guys in flyweight in the early
what are their
prelims.
ranks?
So that's real tiny, but it says 13 and 15, I believe.
Okay.
Tim Elliott 13.
13 versus 15.
Yeah. And like I said, I remember Tim Elliott fighting for the title a few years ago. So this is
Tim Elliott's not bad.
This is a pretty high profile fight for a early prelim. And if you can tell, Tim Elliott tries to do that drunken boxing style, like the really awkward kind of left, right. Ooh, he almost leaned right into a head kick. Yeah.
Who did he fight for the title?
Demetrius Johnson.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn. I remember he put up a decent fight.
I don't know what year it was, but yeah, he went to a decision. And like people were, it was a controversial decision almost, but no one's gonna beat DJ off of a decision.
Except Henry Cejudo.
The second time, yeah.
Triple C.
And even that one was super controversial. They wanted to redo it, but DJ got traded.
Yeah. Oh well, he had to agree to that too, kind of. I'm sure.
Agree to get traded? No, his contract belongs to the UFC. You don't have a say in whether or not you get traded, I don't think.
But nah, I don't know about that. I think they have to both agree on it because Demetrius Johnson wanted to do it.
I'm sure he wanted to do it. It made a lot of sense because ONE FC is small guy oriented. He was at the end of his career, and he's a big fish in a small pond once he does go.
Well,
but yeah,
thing is, like, Fedor would never sign with the UFC, but he did sign with like Bellator and like pretty much anyone else, right?
He tried to go to the UFC, but they just wouldn't pay him what they wanted.
Yeah, and there's two sides to that story.
And it's almost the opposite. Like Fedor would have been a small fish in a big pond if he came to the UFC, whereas DJ is a huge fish in a tiny pond.
So what I'm saying is imagine them just being like, okay, here UFC, here's Fedor's fight contract. He's yours now. Like,
right.
Fedor has a say in that for sure.
Oh, I mean, his management and everything, sure. But and looking back at it, it was the worst trade in the world. Fucking Ben Askren.
He was all hype.
Ben Askren
I was never behind that hype ever was I.
Yeah, so not only does Ben Askren get flatlined, fucking DJ gets flatlined because in ONE FC you're allowed to hit a downed opponent. You're allowed to kick a downed opponent to the head, and so DJ posts his hand to stand up and gets kneed right in the face.
I saw that.
Yeah. Awesome. And he just trained that so much as a UFC fighter that fucking it bit him in the ass.
Yeah.
These guys are going fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flyweights are.
Oh, okay. 135 probably.
No, these are 125.
Elliot looks like Conor McGregor at 145. Just strung out.
What's going on? Oh, put your fingers in. He says, shut up. You're not the fucking authority in here.
Like, fuck
off. If anyone is following us, and I'm sure you're not, we're 139 in the first round.
Yeah, no, I don't think we have any followers right now.
Well, what do we got?
It says there's
one.
If
hell yeah, brother.
Say something. Say hello.
Give us I'm sure it's Cass sitting at home. Yeah.
Like to know if you're watching with us.
But yeah.
Oh wow.
Even for future reference, this is just our first fight companion. If it catches on, then we'll figure out how to get a time clock and do some actual main cards.
Yeah. Right now, there's 1 minute, 5 seconds left of the first round.
Right. Problem being that we usually have a bunch of people over for the main card, so it'd be a little impersonal. if
Yeah.
we were to do this when we got a bunch of people downstairs.
Yeah, so just the early prelims. It's like a practice run.
Mhm. But these are pretty good early prelims. Like this is
Yeah.
one of the most stacked cards we've had this year almost.
Hell yeah. And lately I've been watching the prelims like a lot more because there's so many knockouts I've been missing. Like the first couple fights will always have knockouts, it seems.
Oh my God.
As I say that, buddy gets fucking rocked.
This drunken boxing style catches people. They don't see it in training much.
Is Khabib in this guy's corner?
I thought no. I don't know.
I thought I saw
probably
Khabib.
honestly because
Khabib's,
like I
right
said,
behind me.
his name starts with O or ends with OV.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could pretty much throw him in the corner regardless, and they'll just understand each other.
He looks like he's related to everybody else that fights out of
Yeah.
Dagestan.
Yeah, they're probably one big happy family. You saw them all bathe together.
Yep. Makachev and Zambit probably
Yeah.
cuddling together. Chimaev doesn't seem like he fucks with those guys.
Well, he's not that Russian. He's fuck, I forget the name of it, but he's Chechnyan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chimaev, he's a fucking beast, man.
Whereas Dagestan's kind of like the mountainous Central Asia kind of area. It's not like the northern Russian kind of plains, but it's still part of Russia. Whereas Chechnya is going to be like Eastern Europe.
Okay.
It's still there. I think
like
they're both. Yeah, they're both
like
Russian.
Probably used to be a Soviet Union or something.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they both speak Russian, but they're not actual.
Oh, that was nice. That was fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Really deceptive. It's almost like you put your guard down because you think, oh, he's just going to do some stupid shit. And then he looks left and throws a fucking right hand or something. Or that was a left hand, right?
Looks right, throws a left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who's ever watching us doesn't want to say anything. All right. That's okay.
We're not butthurt about it. We got lots of fans after the fact.
My butt is sore about this.
Yeah, you got to go white.
I am butthurt. Who are you, mystery man? Woman. Oh man, that left hand is money. He just got him with another one there.
Mm-hmm. He's doing a bit more traditional style, like straight up kickboxing, but you can tell he does that listy kind of swaying left and right.
Yeah, he like looks backwards almost, and like I don't know, it's weird. He's got a weird way of dodging punches.
and eating punches, yeah. That guy's figuring it out now.
Yeah. He's blocking punches really shitty now, Elliot.
You kind of see this in the like Cody Garbrandt, Dominic Cruz traditional fight.
Yeah.
When those guys want to go left, right, it over circulates your brain kind of thing. But if you just fucking throw straight down the middle, they're there half the time. So like, don't try to catch them to the left or to the right. Like once you go left, you have to come back to the middle.
That's right.
Especially if you don't move your feet while you're doing it.
And like, you know, body shots are good if they're doing.
Yeah, your body doesn't move.
Well, yeah. When they lean back, their body.
Yeah. Oh wow, he's getting out wrestled. He's getting embarrassed in his home country.
Fucking nice.
Yeah.
Tim Elliott putting it on him.
Mm-hmm.
In the early prelims,
it's nuts that they have ranked guys in the early prelims. Like I know the name Tim Elliott. I actually recognize it.
And there's no one I know in the prelims like that.
Oh my God.
In the next set of prelims. This is a good fight.
Yeah. Honestly, that first fight was kind of boring, but then these last two have been really like high energy, high pitch. Oh, he was holding his fucking glove. Yeah, he's like, let's go.
Didn't see it. Let's fucking go. Oh.
That's such a hard one to penalize someone for, because what are you going to do? Like, they're in a neutral position. You can't like lift some guy up who is like on his back and be like, okay, you guys are fighting normally now, which you would do like if a guy on his back was getting fouled.
Yeah.
But they're already neutral. You can't be like, okay, you lay down, he's going to beat your ass now.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Oh, oh,
Nice.
oh,
Wow. That's the second
wow,
time they try to
yeah.
scramble and he ends up on top. You can't
Out,
keep it.
out wrestling, out scrambling the Russian. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Russians they seem to be the best wrestlers these days.
Mm-hmm.
Americans are also, they're just bred in them. Like fucking, it's bred into
Traditional
them. Like,
American wrestling. Yeah.
oh, that didn't
Jesus
work.
Christ.
That was, oh,
The idea is
dude, look at how
Russians usually start a lot younger, but yeah, these reversals are insane.
Yeah, dude, these
Tim Elliott's
reversals are
wrestling's
nuts.
on point.
That's such an important reversal. If the whole MMA roster knew that reversal, fights would be so much different, man. So
It's like
many good,
he doesn't give up the wizard and he keeps turning. He ends up on the damn near the mount.
so many good stand-up fighters get taken down, and sometimes with the sloppiest takedowns too. Like that little trick there would have saved so many guys. But yeah, that's crazy because this guy can't seem to hold Tim Elliott down. Takes him down and then ends up on his back every time.
Keeps trying this wizard throw. He keeps
Yeah.
trying that. I forget what you call it in judo, but the big.
It's like a hip throw kind of, or no.
It's
what Tim Elliott was trying on
fucking.
him was a hip throw kind of. Actually, no, none of them were hip throws. Okay, I don't even know the name. I feel like an idiot. I should know that one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember one Japanese name in fucking judo. It upsets me. That's why I like BJJs, because they're like, yeah, you named everything in Japanese, but we're just gonna name it in English again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I mean, anyone over like 40 probably knows the Japanese names, because that was just the traditional thing to do back in the day.
That makes sense. But it's crazy how like the Brazilians took it to the next level.
They took it to the next level in marketing too. And like they renamed everything. They kind of like, they don't consider it Japanese jiu-jitsu, which for the most part, Japanese jiu-jitsu was the original thing, but it was mainly a strongman's jiu-jitsu. Whereas like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, yeah, well, it used a lot of judo and Japanese wrestling.
It's like catch wrestling kind of.
But the Brazilian jiu-jitsu was made for small guys kind of thing, because they weren't as big as the Japanese guys. And you see in the traditional fights from the 50s, it was the Helio Gracie went and fought literal Kimura. His last name was Kimura. And got his arm fucking snapped, and that's why they call that a Kimura.
Like Khabib, isn't that guy's
I
thought I saw him because when he almost got knocked out, Khabib was looking real upset. Like that's Khabib's fucking coaching record on the line, right? Dude, I hope Tim Elliott fucking knocks this guy out. But that being said, this is a great fight. I don't care who wins too much, but fuck.
And yeah, even today, like a Kimura is considered a strong man's thing, because like a small guy gets it on you, you can kind of just fuck you. You put it in front of your hip, and then it's real hard for someone to get it behind your hip.
Absolutely, especially if you're wearing clothes.
If you're wearing a gi or something, yeah. What is this? We're just starting the 5th round here, 4:45. Third round. Fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, yeah. In the flyweight belt, we have Tim Elliott versus Tagir Ulanbekov,
who is coached by Khabib.
And Khabib has another fight coming up next, Umar Nurmagomedov.
I heard that they're trying to set up a grappling match between Khabib and GSP.
Yeah, well, they tried to set up a fight forever because GSP was always his dad's favorite fighter back in the late 2000s and stuff.
But the thing is, they're not going to fight in the octagon anymore. Either of them are. I highly doubt it. So I think it's kind of cool that they got them to do a grappling match, because if you think about it, when it comes to MMA, neither of them are going to really want to stand and strike. They're both going to go for that fucking
I guess. Honestly, when it comes to grappling, Khabib's got an edge.
I think so.
Because a lot of GSP's game was kickboxing as well as the wrestling. Whereas
but not
mainly
so much
Khabib's
after Matt
game,
Serra knocked him out. The more he got into wrestling, the less he got.
right?
He stopped throwing those big kicks and just started jabbing. His jab was nuts.
Like he got the name Rush because he used to go in there and actually like rush for the finish kind of thing.
And I think he was so popular because he started off as a kickboxer and people liked him. He was doing really well.
Yeah.
And then he became a fucking wrestler, and it got real boring. And he wasn't like a Khabib wrestler.
Boring,
Khabib
but he
almost more
won and he made a
exciting.
legacy. But that's what I'm saying. He spent a lot of time on his kickboxing, and Khabib just didn't. You know, Khabib spent a lot of time on his wrestling, in both of their youths. I mean,
Damn.
so I don't really see it being as comparable, as close a fight as if it was MMA. If they were just to do a grappling match.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It was just crazy how fast GSP picked up the wrestling, and he was out wrestling everybody.
It's really
Didn't
crazy
matter who
because
they were.
usually like that's very hard. You need like a decade or something to really start putting it together, start chain wrestling.
I remember them talking about how he started training with the Olympic or the Canadian Olympic wrestling team, and he just picked it up like so fast, and it showed.
And that was a bit of a myth. Like, there's no way he could have been an Olympic wrestler. He trained with the Olympic team. No, I've heard people be like, "Oh yeah, GSP could actually like be on the Olympic team." He trained with the Olympic team, but I don't think he could actually qualify. To make the cut to go and actually compete in the Olympics. No, that's a crazy gap.
Like, you can't be the best at everything. Very few people in this life are the best at everything. Knockout fucking
Canelo. Oh geez, Tim's fucking getting finished pretty quick here if we're not careful.
Oh fuck,
he's already got a full wrap.
Oh
no,
he let go.
I think I just heard someone knock on the door downstairs.
Okay,
if you want to go check, I can try to hold this down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us now, we are about to witness the end. There's 1 minute left. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll send you back down the stairs.
We got Tim Elliott's fighting for his life here.
Doing a fight companion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Probably end the fight.
4:30. Yeah. We can end this after this fight here.
Yeah.
We got 40 seconds here. Tim Elliott's fighting for his life. He was doing really well and then got his back taken, full on body triangled.
Oh, that's your whiskey.
That was and you finished.
Finished your whiskey for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But he's fighting it off here. 23 seconds, and who knows? He could win a decision.
Okay.
The other guy's eye is bloody as shit, but he had his jaw wrapped up fully. Oh, he's hitting it. No.
There's 8 seconds.
His body triangle is going off angle here. Yeah, he's doing great defense. Yeah, there we go.
Do you think Tim Elliott won the first 2?
I don't know. I think flyweight should almost have to do a mandatory 5 rounds.
Then we'd be here all fucking night.
Right. But it's just such not a fair fight for flyweight. They can do so much. They hit so weak. I don't want to like talk shit, but they just don't get the point across in 3 rounds so much, right? Like they can go 10 rounds. So why not fucking give them all 5? Yeah. Right. I'm saying Tim could win a decision here, even though he almost lost that. It wasn't close enough to give that a 10-8 on the 3rd round.
Basically, no.
Woo.
If the 3rd round was a 10-8 for that guy, then it was the first round was a 10-8 for Tim Elliott. Right.
Well, the criteria for 10-8, and who knows what the judges are actually worried about, but you need to have like doubt in the ref's decision to keep it going. You need to be like, hey, that should have been stopped. And then that's where a judge will give the guy a 10-8 as kind of a leniency for that doubt in the ref.
Yep. Well, it's anyone's fight, really. Depends on who they give the 2nd round to.
Yeah, but see, they're still fucking hopping around and stuff. Like they could go another 5 rounds here. Easily. I mean, we said that about the lightweights that were just going. These are flyweights. Khabib can't even fucking wipe the sweat off his brow. He's got another Nurmagomedov coming out next.
Yeah. He's got his brother from another mother.
Oh, Tim
Elliott
Elliott
won.
wins. Hell yeah. Even though like he was so close to getting finished there, he fought it off.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, he's pissed. That's the first loss for Khabib as a coach.
That makes me happy.
And your name is set in stone now.
Oh, that's fucking sweet. And with that, fuck, I think we will call her.
We should call it out here. You got an outro song maybe you could play?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's a stain on Khabib's record. He was undefeated up until then. That's big ups for Henry Cejudo as coach of the year because he lost 2, but he's doing big fights like title fights and stuff, right? So, and I mean, Cejudo's got fight IQ up his ass. He's got a fucking gold medal from the Olympics. He's got 2 different divisions UFC belts.
Hell yeah, dude. Who do you think? Before we go, who's gonna win tonight? Colby or Jorge?
So obviously, like Colby. If you were gonna put money on it, you'd say Colby.
Yeah,
My heart says Masvidal.
Yeah.
I don't want Colby to win anything ever. He sold his soul to the devil. He talks shit about people's families and their nationalities and whatnot just to make $1. Whereas, like, no one else really has to do that.
No, but at least he's funny.
You can call it funny. You can call it insecure, right?
When I laugh at things, I call it funny.
Yeah, I don't really laugh at it. I just go, I cringe at that stuff, right?
I like him and Jorge going back and forth.
I didn't watch one Embedded. It didn't interest
Jorge
me
was
at
like,
all.
He says he's going to put him in critical care. He's going to be left in critical condition. All this stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, who else is fighting tonight? Rafael Dos Anjos.
Dos Anjos versus a late Moicanos.
Kevin Holland versus
late replacement. Kevin Holland is actually coming in versus let me
someone else that I know.
So we got
Edson Barboza,
Sergey Spivak versus Greg Hardy.
Oh yeah, that's Black Jer.
Black Jer that beats his fucking wife. I don't like that guy.
Everyone says he looks like me, but he's black.
But he's black. If you guys don't know, that's a Greg Hardy heavyweight. He used to be in the NFL. He's gotten charged for domestic violence, so he's not my favorite. Kevin Holland versus Alex Oliveira.
That's a wild fight.
That's a wild fight.
Holland wins.
Holland should win. His last fight got overturned. He lost because it got overturned to a no contest because he got headbutted.
Oh, okay.
And he was like headbutted, like woozy going off, and then he got finished after. But then after the fact, the commission came out and said, no, that's a no contest because of the headbutt.
That's cool that they do that.
Yeah, right. Which is his first no
Lonesome
contest.
Lenny, hey.
We got Lonesome Lenny.
We are watching a fight, Lonesome Lenny.
Watching a fight. Unfortunately, we're kind of shutting her down pretty quick. We're just going through this. We got Edson Barboza, Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah,
Bryce Mitchell is my boy.
Really good one. Edson Barboza is my boy.
He's the first guy to ever get camo shorts approved.
I saw that.
And he's got a Real Tree camo kind of sponsorship.
Hell yeah.
Coming in. So I like Bryce Mitchell a lot.
Mitchell. I think Bryce Mitchell has what it takes to win that one. He's kind of like the new style. Barboza's kind of like, he's kind of, he's a tough guy, but people are figuring him out as talented as he is. And so I think Bryce Mitchell might take this, but fuck, I would love to see Barboza just spinning.
Right. So this is basically classic striker versus grappler. Mitchell's a heavy jiu-jitsu specialist.
Yeah. Oh man, he's so good.
But we'll see. Honestly, my heart's with Mitchell. I've seen him in a few what do you call it? Like podcast interviews and stuff. And I really like him. He's been on Theo Vaughn a couple times. And he just has that actual grit that you can relate to as like a Southern American kind of thing. He's here to fight. Which isn't taking anything away from Edson Barboza. He's been here for years and years.
Hell yeah. He's man.
Right.
He's always a dangerous dude.
Barboza's nuts. And I mean, we see Benny Dariush coming up, almost getting a title shot if he were to beat Islam a scissor knee off of a take. Rafael dos Anjos with a late replacement. He's doing a catchweight fight against Renato Moicano.
I would assume Dos
Should have
Anjos
been
wins. If he just puts it on this guy because it's last minute replacement and no one really knows.
right, but it's a catchweight, so who the hell knows?
Yeah.
It could have been another Islam fight, but apparently Islam turned it down.
I know, and he was the one that asked for it in the first.
He asked
place,
for
so
it.
kinda
He
weird.
turned it down, and now the UFC is kind of punishing him, saying, "No, you have to redo your."
Now you have to fight
Dariush fight.
Yeah, you thought you were past it.
He thought he was going to get a title shot next. They're like, "Oh, you want to screw around? You get Dariush."
I hyped up that narrative and then
right,
lose it
and he's on a 10-fight win streak, but they're just like,
He
"I
would
don't
have
care."
been so smart to take it because honestly, he matches up pretty well against Dos Anjos. Like,
yeah,
I don't think Dos Anjos could have done much against him. You know, I think he would have just fucking ran through him, and he was already on a roll. I feel like he didn't really have to work too hard to beat Bobby Green.
Mhm.
And so like a week later, you know, he would have done that. It would have looked so good. Like when John Jones took that fight short notice, the title fight short notice, right? For Rashad. That was awesome.
Yeah. And then that one's your co-main for Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal, both coming out of Miami, ATT. Both were friends, both were roommates only about 10 years ago or something. That's another striker versus grappler thing. It's kind of they met each other, not met each other, but they meshed with each other really well because one could teach the other wrestling, one could teach the other striking. If you guys know much about YouTube, like 15 years ago, Masvidal was a big street fighter with like the what do they call it, Kimbo Slice,
fighting in Kimbo's backyard.
Yeah, those big Kimbo Slice promotions where you'd see all these black guys in a backyard kind of having a barbecue and boxing. Jorge Masvidal was 17 and he was
skinny little.
He was fighting full-grown men back then
in wars,
in actual
in wars.
Who knows if they even had mouth guards or whatever? Like that was
there was
as raw as it gets kind of thing.
That was crazy shit. I've seen some of those fights. They're pretty impressive. Even when he's not winning, it's like, man, he was a tough motherfucker always. You know, some of those fights are more impressive than some of his UFC fights. He's also been in the UFC for a long time.
Yeah, but this is a pretty high-profile fight too. Yeah. Brian Kelleher is up there. I've heard his name before. I don't really remember seeing him fight, but I think that he's not even ranked. But he's pretty far up there too. He's
been around a long time in this division. He's like the white Mighty Mouse. Look at this fucking guy. Yeah, no. I never thought he was that good, I guess, but he's been around. I've seen some things.
Well, he's got his name out there. Like if you've heard him, then hell yeah.
But I got the music ready here. If you want to, are we gonna?
I don't know. You want to let this one play out and see what we got here?
Sure.
We got Lonesome Lenny in the chat. Lenny, thank you for coming by. I think you'll appreciate us coming in a little earlier today, but we're trying to do these fight companion things. I'm sure I don't know if you even watch UFC or if our audience in general really gives a hell, but we're watching them. We're pretty hardcore into these things, so we're hoping that someone might enjoy our fucking commentary. But yeah, 26-year-old Nurmagomedov getting trained by the guy who just got beat as a coach for the first time just 10 minutes ago.
I think Nurmagomedov wins this one. I'm gonna say
he's 13-0.
Really?
13-0 at 26 years old. That's pretty dang good.
Hey, Dwayne.
Oh, yelling on the mic.
We should get him up here watching the fight.
He can figure it out.
Well, we told him we weren't gonna.
Right, not up. So yeah, maybe it'll help if you guys listen to us kind of commentate and whatnot on it all.
Yeah. Yeah, Lenny. Okay, you don't watch, or you're not up to date on all the fighters. At least you're interested. It's good stuff. We watch it every weekend, unless there's something better going on.
Right,
that's very rare.
Underdog plus 650. That's pretty hard position for Brian Kelleher to be in.
What was it?
He's plus 650.
Plus 650. Dang.
And there's his one fan in the audience. Mark Goddard. I have a feeling this is going to be a pretty quick fight, which is why I'm not too worried about just sitting this one out.
Yeah, this one's going to be quick.
But for the most part, yeah, these Nurmagomedovs are taking over. That last guy didn't have the last name Nurmagomedov, but he
Still Russian.
He was still Russian enough to get the coaching done. And if anyone's watching this after the fact, the first round just started.
Yep, 10 seconds in. Oh, head kick by Nurmagomedov.
They're doing a lot more striking now that they went to AKA. It was primarily a kickboxing academy. Like Javier Mendez had nothing to do with wrestling.
Oh, okay.
The only wrestling coach was DC.
Yeah.
Who I think is just gone. I'm sure he goes in once in a while, but I don't think he has much presence in the gym.
Yeah.
And yeah, DC was supposed to commentate tonight, but his mom just died, so he's got a fucking family issue that he's going through. Okay. And that bumped Michael Bisping up onto the commentary table.
Nice. Oh, okay.
So this is the first night Michael Bisping ever commentates with Joe Rogan.
Oh wow.
And they just did a Joe Rogan episode on Thursday. I listened to today. It was pretty interesting. Yeah.
Sick of each other soon.
Right. I'm sure with the amount they get paid to do this, they're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They're just having fun this whole time. Oh.
Striking wise, they're pretty even. This doesn't seem like the Islam Makhachev kind of thing.
Wrestling wise, it looks like Nurmagomedov
has
a pretty big advantage. He's just not using it so much yet. But even the little bit of grappling they're doing here, Nurmagomedov looks like he's in control.
Well, Khabib's really the only one that you see that just didn't really mix it up much at all. He was either just full on gonna take you down and beat you up, or he wanted to stand to like prove to himself he could stand for a while. But yeah. The rest of them kind of have to mix it up. You gotta kind of do the reverse psychology thing where you're, oh, am I gonna wrestle? Strike, strike, strike. Am I gonna strike? Wrestle. Yeah. But it just did not matter for Khabib. You saw him versus Edson Barbosa 5 years ago or something, I think. Just walked straight. Khabib.
Oh, yeah.
Walked straight through the strikes, grabbed him, and took him down.
That's what he's done to everyone, pretty much. He makes people
strike. Well, no, he struck with Conor McGregor. Like, he almost dropped Conor.
He wobbled him. That was crazy. Yeah. That was like the best punch of the fight.
It was a weird one where he like dropped his head as if he was going to take him down, and then just threw an overhand right.
It was textbook. It was perfect.
Yeah.
And it made Conor look so fucking silly. People still say that Conor was like winning some of that fight. Maybe I need to watch it
the third round. Conor did well in the third round, but who's to say that Khabib didn't just take the third round off to get his breath and come back in the fourth and finish him like he did? Oh, yeah. Oh my God, it's over.
Yeah, just like that.
And Nurmagomedov has a full rear naked choke in the first round, and he's finished. That's what we thought. Yeah.
Bangity bang.
Boom. 14-0. Nurmagomedov. The name is undefeated still.
Yeah, exactly. Khabib may have got a scratch on his coaching career in the last fight, but there's another win on his fucking belt now, too.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Good for him.
Exactly. That was amazing.
Excuse me.
Well, there's really nothing you can do against a guy named Nurmagomedov, but there is one other Nurmagomedov in the UFC that's a striking specialist, Saeed.
I bet you he can still wrestle really well.
And he's in 135 in the low ranks, which is right where Sean O'Malley is. And I mean, Sean O'Malley's a striking specialist too, who's probably trying to avoid that fight with all his might.
Oh, look at this guy wearing Khabib. He's like, no,
yeah,
don't put it
he
on.
did it on in the weigh-ins and stuff too.
They're all about that, hey.
That just wasn't even much of a fight, like.
No, not really. Well, I think it's time to put a cap on this. And,
ladies and gentlemen, this has been an experimental podcast. Lenny, thank you so much for showing up. Oh, Jesus. But I guess, like we said, we'll see you Thursday, if not some random day where we feel we have some time.
Yeah, buddy. Thursday's the new night.
Thursday at 7.
Yep.
I think 7's a good time, just because 8 o'clock is damn near 11 p.m.
Between 7 and 8
for East Coast. And if we ever hope to get more fans, we got to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And for anyone else who tuned in, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is the Crowded Room Podcast. I am Alex. Woo! This is Jer. And Saturday night, you guys have a good one. Like shining, know my time's arriving. I wanna start cause we've been that vibing, been that driving, cruising by flying, living so fast, never think about dying. Pose up in the dark and we hang out with the Batman. Scars on my knuckles cause we fucking with the wolf gang. Switchblade shining, night bright winding, stars in my eyes when the moonlight shines in. Murder rap on my first track, killing shit cause I've been back. Suicide on the second knife swipe and you doom switchblade coming soon. Chills on your spine when we have up to the fucking moon. Still shut right last night. Wicked eyes one, shut now slice with the right sword. Blood on my fist, knife dance on my wrist. Moonshine on the blade, just cruising through the mist. Moving through the midnight. Think twice about the motherfucking quick knife. Switchblade suicide with the wrist slice. Closed eyes won't rise when the sun's bright. Switchblade serenaded in the moonlight. I would do the fucking sky cause the moonlight. You know they say when the stars in my eyes, where they go.